Welcome back to another weekly Monday Live where we talk about game news, and I share opinions, hear your guys' opinions, stuff like that. If you don't know, I come on here every week, and this is what we do. So if you guys like it and you're new here, I'd love if you could subscribe and come back and chill out, because that's really just what we like to do here and just have fun. So yeah, what games are you guys playing this week? I haven't been playing as many games as I would have liked to this week, but I am playing Assassin's Creed Shadows, probably mostly Inzoi. Yeah, I think that's it. I have been playing some Supermarket Simulator games. Or, no, not Supermarket Simulator. It's kind of like that game, but it's like multiplayer version. But it's really fun. So that's like mostly the games that I've been playing. But yeah, so if you guys don't know, last week we reacted to a very boring Nintendo Direct. And so they came out with two Directs. They came out with one, I think if it wasn't March 28th, it was very close to March 28th. And then they came out with one on April 2nd, which was basically talking about the Switch. Today I'm not going to react to that whole thing. I kind of just picked up like little bits and pieces, little bits and pieces from the Direct, because the Direct was over an hour long, and I'm not gonna sit and react to that whole thing. I kind of just like looked through like what they announced and picked out like the trailers from that, so then we could react to that. I mean, yeah, I already have kind of opinions because everybody and their mom is talking about what Nintendo has announced. So this is gonna be a very interesting live, to say the least, and I'm really curious to see what you guys all have to say about it as we get into it. I'm sure I got a lot to say. Yeah, Tay, you already know. And Sunflower Yellow Roses, hello, welcome back. Yeah, so the first thing, hold on, let me, okay, because I definitely want to turn this into a video later, so I'm making sure I'm recording. But the first thing that we are going to get into is just the Nintendo Switch 2. So we've talked about that before on the channel. We didn't know too much about it, but we could like draw some conclusions based off of just what we saw, right? So like, for instance, it being bigger, and then they also released what's it called, Mario Kart. They showed Mario Kart, and then we could like draw some conclusions from that and stuff. So yeah, I kind of want to just get right into it, and then I'll share some thoughts. So this trailer is specifically just for the Nintendo Switch 2, by the way. And then we'll get into the other stuff.
The Nintendo Switch 2 system can adapt to suit your situation, however you like to play. In TV mode, use the dock to play on a bigger screen.
I hated these controllers, by the way. I'm surprised they didn't like do something to make this a little more ergonomic, because I hated those, like, I don't know if you guys have ever used them, but I did not like this like controller setup right here. I feel like they could have probably improved upon this, but hey, they're probably just kind of trying to be cheap at the same time.
Tabletop mode, place your system however you like using the stand, and share a controller with a friend. In handheld mode, play anywhere you go. With these three play modes, you can enjoy playing whenever and wherever you want. All together,
I'd rather just hold the
anytime,
Joy-Cons.
anywhere. Let's take a look at some features of Nintendo Switch 2 and how it's improved from the Nintendo Switch system. At 7.9 inches, Switch 2 has a bigger built-in screen. Here's how that compares to Nintendo Switch. The system's thickness remains the same. With approximately double the pixels compared to Switch, you can enjoy games in greater detail on the 1080p screen.
I cannot believe that the first Switch was only in 720p. I kind of just realized that when the second one came out. I could not believe that it was only in 720p. I mean, it makes sense, but like for them to release it in 720p is crazy. Hey, welcome. The up and down thumbstick throw me off. Yeah, it does a little bit. I agree. It definitely takes some getting used to. It's kind of the same with the I don't know where my controller is. I had a Xbox controller. Oh wait, yeah. Oh yeah. It's kind of the same too with like the Xbox controller. How like it's up and down. It took me some getting used to too. I mean, I played Xbox kind of off and on my whole life, but I mean, you can see. I mean, it's kind of the same with the Xbox. It kind of took like some getting used to as well with this one. But yeah, I could definitely see how it could throw you off. Yeah, it's only 720. It didn't feel like 720 though. Yeah, I agree. I'm not surprised though that it was 720. But yeah, I mean, even they just said, yeah, 720. But I mean, it worked out, right? But yeah, so I guess, and it's crazy to say that this newest one is only going to be 1080. Because like, mostly we get a lot of like HD, like 4K stuff. I mean, I'm sure they're going to be coming out with OLED or OLED, however you want to say it. I'm sure they're going to be coming out with one of those in the future for a higher price, but yeah, we'll get to that soon. Yeah, the controllers definitely take some getting used to.
The screen supports up to 120 frames per second, allowing for smoother gameplay in supported titles. The LCD screen is more vivid and supports HDR, providing more contrast between light and dark areas of the images.
That's good. The Switch has always been just like a colorful console. Like all their games have always been like really bright and colorful, so that's good to see that they're doing that. No, it's not much resolution. Sorry, but I'm not getting the OLED. Yeah, I never got the OLED one for the first Switch, so get the Switch 2 on like debating on like if I get it or not. But I'm sure like it probably wouldn't even come out for like the next couple years.
The all-new Joy-Con 2 controllers connect magnetically.
That's
Strong
a cool
magnets
aspect.
keep the controllers firmly attached to the system. Detach a controller easily by pressing the release button on the back.
I also really like that feature because I don't know if you guys know, but like the little buttons that's on the Switch is so finicky sometimes. So I think that's also makes it easier. I feel a bit betrayed that there wasn't more of a buffer between the OLED. Yeah, that's true because I feel like they did like kind of recently come out with that one, and now they're releasing the Switch 2. I agree.
The SL and SR buttons are bigger for greater comfort and control when playing with a Joy-Con 2 held horizontally.
This definitely has to be more towards adults now.
The left and right sticks are now larger. Each Joy-Con 2 controller can be used as a mouse, opening up even more ways to play in compatible games.
Sorry guys, I'm pausing a lot, but there's just so much to say about all of this. I'm really wondering how good this mouse support is gonna be. Like realistically, nobody really like sits at a table and like plays these kind of games. I did hear though that like it should also work like on the side of your couch or like on your jeans or something, but I'm like, then how well is it gonna work? Because like those aren't smooth surfaces. So I'm just curious how many games are gonna use that, and then how well is it gonna work? If they was gonna do all that BS, they could have just extended the life of the first Switch another year or two. Yeah, I agree. I do like the new controller feature. Yeah. I mean, this like mouse thing is like interesting, but I'm just really curious how well it's gonna work. That's just my thing. Like, it's cool, I guess. I don't know if you guys have ever seen that that meme with Cody Ko. I mean, he's kind of canceled now, but he's like, "Let's effing go," I guess. That's what it reminds me of.
Used as a mouse, opening up even more ways to play in compatible games.
They want to be a
Both
PC
the
so
left
bad.
and right Joy-Con 2 support mouse controls, so you can also play certain games using 2 mice, like this. By adjusting the audio balance between the ranges, sounds from the built-in speakers are clearer and more natural in handheld and tabletop modes. It has a built-in microphone, so you can voice chat with friends anytime via game chat. It also uses noise canceling.
So we're gonna be talking about the voice chat a little later. I don't know if they're gonna. I don't think they go too much into it in this one. Yeah, there's another one where I'm gonna talk about that a little bit. The mouse control idea is cool too. If it works, would I be good just in that? Yeah, it's just. I feel like it's a weird one. I'm really curious to see how it's gonna work.
Technology to filter sounds, so your voice will come through clearly. Even if you don't have a surround sound system, games can be enjoyed with more immersive, three-dimensional sound, as if it were coming from all around you.
I mean, that's kind of bare minimum in games now, though. I feel like it's a lot of games.
Place your Nintendo Switch 2 however you like with a large, sturdy stand. You can move it freely.
That stand on the first Switch was complete booty. Sorry, that's the clean version of me saying it. It was bad. So I'm really glad that they fixed the stand, because the other stand was terrible.
Like this. In addition to the USB-C port found on the bottom of the system, there's one on top as well. It's handy for connecting a USB-C camera or charging in tabletop mode.
I'm curious what the camera would be for.
Nintendo Switch 2 comes with 256 gigabytes of internal storage, 8 times that of Nintendo Switch, for storing your game downloads, save data, and more. Reading and writing data is also faster. Use the Nintendo Switch 2 dock to connect to your TV and enable up to 4K resolution for compatible games. HDR is also supported in TV mode.
I mean, it's cool that the Switch itself is in 4K, but I'm assuming you could still play games in 4K if you're using it on a TV. I'm not like the most knowledgeable of that, but like I'd assume that a lot of Nintendo games wouldn't be making games in 4K if it's not 100% supported. And maybe that's why I didn't really feel like the Switch 1 was 720p. Maybe just because like I played it on the TV most of the time and I have a 4K TV. I don't know.
The Nintendo Switch 2 dock has a built-in fan that keeps your system cool. This helps keep performance stable. On Nintendo Switch 2, you can play Nintendo Switch 2 games, as well as compatible Nintendo Switch games. Physical and digital games are supported.
Now, I don't know if this is true. I kind of heard like rumors about it, but I also heard that it's supposedly gonna play like Game Boy games and just like some retro games, but I don't know. This is just a rumor. I don't know if they confirm that or not. If you guys know, definitely let me know. I love how they emphasize the sturdy part. Yeah. That one looks like it leans too far back. Yeah, it does lean far back, but I hopefully like It has enough, like, I don't know, grip to it to where if you want to stand up higher, it'll be fine. I mean, I assume it does. Um, the crazy ticket price, yeah, we'll get to that. Um, it's a small handheld PC for Nintendo diehard fans. So basically, they want a full handheld for PlayStation, Xbox. Got it. Yeah, yeah. Because I also some of the games that's on here that they're launching with surprised me a little bit, but we'll get to that. But yeah. All right. So yeah, they didn't say the price. Uh-oh. They didn't say the price in the trailer for some reason, but I do know that it is going for about like I think $450-ish. Yeah. So, uh-oh, wants to block it. $449. It always baffles me how they just don't say 450. So $449, and then they're always talking about the tariffs. But yeah, so it is a lot of money, especially compared to what the original Switch was selling for. And that's why I really don't think I'll be buying the Switch right away. Um, and so yeah, it's crazy. Uh, hey Mash, welcome. Yeah, 450 base price. I think they're gonna go on price again. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised, especially with all of this talk right here. Don't want to get too political on my channel, but I wouldn't be surprised. Um, Mario World, but yeah, we're getting to Mario World. Trust me, we're gonna get to Mario World. But I mean, I guess when you think about like PlayStation, Xbox, I feel like that price would be more reasonable for like that kind of console, but it's also more powerful. So when you're thinking of like a Nintendo Switch that's not as powerful and has like more basic games and stuff like that, I do feel like this price is pushing it a little bit. But I mean, I guess the true test will be when it comes out. But I kind of do agree. I feel like it definitely could go up. Yeah, with the bundle. Yeah, it's gonna be more expensive with the bundle, but technically you'll be saving money considering how much Super Mario, or not Super Mario, Mario Kart World is going to be. Um, Another thing I kind of wanted to talk about is the game chat, which is gonna be interesting. So I kind of want to see what they're gonna say with the game chat feature. So I have their video pulled up. Yeah, for a handheld, yeah, I agree. It probably should have stayed at 3 something.
I'm still ahead of all of you guys. Woo!
She does not look like she's having fun.
That was you. So quick. Oh my! Oh no!
Oh shoot, I'm tiny now.
Wait! No!
Nix, I'm coming for you.
No, I'm about to get
Come on, no.
Oh.
Introducing Game Chat, a new feature for Nintendo Switch 2.
Hey, what's up? Can you hear me? Hello?
Now, I've already seen a bunch of memes about how, like, people are just gonna be, like, cursing each other out on Mario Kart. Like, you just hear a bunch of, like, bleeps. It's easy, like, rage bait. Like, it's so easy to get mad.
Hi, missed you.
With this feature, you'll be able to communicate with friends and family while playing a game.
Should we follow you? Yeah?
Yeah, follow me.
And why is, like, is that gonna stay like that? Why are the, like, names so obnoxiously, like, here at the bottom? I'd rather it just be, like, maybe a small thing at the bottom or, like, at the top right, because that's cutting away so much screen, if that makes sense. Like, it's taking up, like, a fourth of the screen, and then they have all these, like, black, like, boxes on the side. I feel like there's a more efficient way to do that. I hope there's a way to, like, not have that and just have the screen. Yeah, the audio does sound trash. I wonder if you put like a microphone or like plug in a headset or something, if it'd be better. You're gonna be playing. Do they even have Black Ops 2 on the Switch? They might. I don't know. I've never seen it, but it'd be crazy if they did. I feel like Nintendo would be so quick to ban people for just like trash talking. Yeah, it does look like Discord. I feel it's just so obnoxious.
Okay.
Time for an adventure.
While using the game chat feature, your voice is recognized by a microphone built into the system.
Oh, okay. But you're still behind me, right?
All the way.
keep going,
That's
okay.
why it sounds like trash. Because why are you across the room talking into the Switch?
So-
It can pick up your speaking voice clearly, even from a distance.
Look at this. Jump on here. All right, let's keep going. It's coming. Let's make a left right here. Let's make a.
When it's noisy around you, your voice will still come through clearly, letting you chat with ease.
How did you get hit by a
I want to
bow?
see that in real world.
Okay, nice.
It does look beautiful. It's so pink.
And you can use this feature in handheld mode too, letting you easily chat with friends and family. If you open the chat menu and turn on game screen sharing,
Good job, good job. There we go, there we go.
you
Okay.
can also share your game screen.
Now this is kind of interesting, but isn't that like kind of cheating though, low key? If you're playing Mario Kart, but it looks like it's really like laggy.
Did you see someone just like go on top of that dinosaur?
Notice they only had it on the screen for a little bit.
Really? They can do that?
Can do it?
You guys, I just did it.
Well, I want to do it too.
Oh, shoot. Oh, ooh.
Oh, he's trying to eat me. He's trying to eat me.
Okay, I got it. I got it.
Oh, no, 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 no.
Yay.
Okay. You can chat to your heart's content, even while playing different games.
Yeah, I know that one. It's so hard, right? It's tough.
Oh, wow. I'm like in the sky right here. I'm like, I fell. I'm falling. Okay, we got it. We're safe.
Kirby, look, you're on a star.
That's so cute.
So cute.
You can adjust the size of your game screen,
Okay.
Guys, I'm lost. Like,
Where'd you go?
or expand another friend's game screen.
You gotta get above that wall that's to your left.
You're almost there, though.
It's just like the wall. Like if she gets past the wall.
this is where I have to do a little
What?
wall ride.
After the first year, you need an online subscription. Doesn't surprise me. Yeah, I think they would be really sensitive banning people for the smallest trash talking. Yeah, 100%. I mean, this is interesting. Like, where you can, like, see other people's screen. I just don't know what the practical use would be. I don't know.
Okay.
So everyone can watch them play.
Oh, I think I know where you are. Wait.
Hey
Okay,
guys,
I think we have
we're
to
together.
ride.
Welcome.
Ooh, okay.
Oh, nice.
Let's take a picture here.
Okay, are you ready?
Smile.
Yay!
Oh, yo, that's sick.
I like your pose, Meeks.
On the right Joy-Con 2 controller,
Exactly.
there's an additional button. With the C button,
100%
you can pull up a
cheating.
chat menu.
Oh, dang.
Oh, really?
Very cool.
Nice.
Wait, actually, guys, I got a call coming right now, so I'll be right back. Yeah.
Okay, for sure.
Here, you can quickly and easily mute yourself and more. And there's this. By connecting this camera to
Sorry, before I was like, what's this camera for? And like the way she just came in and there's this, and then it was just silent. It's like, it almost makes me think like it does nothing. And there's this, and then they like cut to a different screen. Oh, I cracked myself up.
the
Yeah.
system.
Hey!
What?
I bet you like
Can you wait for me?
Please
Now,
look
I mean, the quality is a little questionable. What is up with this? What the heck? The quality is a little questionable. I'll give them that. I think it's pretty cool. Oh my gosh.
There you go. I bet you like
Can you wait for me?
Please look forward to games which use your camera feed like this.
Oh, okay.
No,
Yeah,
no,
that
wait,
looks
wait.
good.
Go
That
left,
looks
go
good.
left,
And then-
left,
Oh, wait,
left,
maybe
left.
I'll
That
take
is
this
so
one for this way.
weird.
Oh.
Using game chat. Even when you're apart, you can play games and hang out as if you were together in the same room. Play together or compete in online multiplayer games. Chat while playing your personal favorites. Decide
How much that camera is. I'm gonna look it up as we watch this.
rules for a retro game competition. Or hold a sports competition between families. All together, anytime, anywhere. Game chat.
So they're saying about $50.
Before younger players start using Game Chat, you'll need to connect your Nintendo Switch Parental Controls app to the Nintendo Switch 2 system.
It is kind of weird. I feel like the way they like cut them out in it is just crazy to me. PS4 camera quality. Yeah, and it's $50. I mean, I don't know if that's the best price, but considering how much their other stuff is going up, it wouldn't be surprised me if it would have been more than that. Or it would have been more than that, whatever.
Parents play an important role in younger players' use of online features.
Yeah, I don't think we need to see that. Yeah, that voice chat feature is definitely interesting to say the least. Definitely interesting. They really threw me off with that video thing. Cause I mean, it's different. I'll give them that. I'm not saying it's not cool, but it's just, I don't know. I think I have to think about it a little bit. It's just crazy. So on to the next little piece of this Nintendo stuff. A really big thing that has been in talks in the gaming community is how they are now selling Mario Kart for $80 for the digital edition, and then for the physical edition it's going to be $90, which is insane for one, because usually digital and physical isn't really, like, it's always the same price, right? But then two, I feel like if they're gonna charge $90, which is insane, for a physical edition, the digital edition should be way, way less. And also, they need to start doing better with, like, incorporating stuff in the physical edition. I don't know if you guys remember, a lot of you guys, like, played a lot of games growing up, or, like, in the early 2000s, or just really the 2000s, but like when you would buy a physical copy of a game, you would get so much stuff in the case. Like, you would get the little booklet, sometimes you'd get like posters, like maps. I remember playing GTA and stuff when I was younger, and they would include like guides, they would include the map of the game. But now all of a sudden, like, they're getting so lazy with physical editions, and literally all you get is the case and the game, the little chip. That's it. They don't put anything in it. So if they are going to start making a price difference, they got to make it justifiable like they used to. Don't just make it a price difference and and it'd be stupid, you know. You're glad you're not a Nintendo fan. That's crazy. Yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't say I'm like a die-hard Nintendo fan, but I do play some Nintendo games. Like, I'll always love Animal Crossing. I love Luigi's Mansion, and then I play like the Mario ones. Other than that, I don't really dive too much into it, but I do like to like see what they have going on and stuff. I would need to see it after it comes out to see if it's worth it. Yeah, 100%. I mean, I still do think it's expensive. 80 to 90 is insane. Yes, it is. Older copies used to come with extra stuff, books, posters, etc. Yeah. So if they are gonna have a price difference, they better make it worth it. $80 and $90 is still crazy expensive, and I do have more that I want to talk about with that. Because I kind of want to talk about how it's going to impact the gaming community pricing in general. So I do want to look at the Mario Kart trailer really quick to see if we think it's gonna be worth $80 to $90, which I can already tell you it's not. But let's humor ourselves really quick to see if they came out with any new features to make the price justifiable.
Let's go!
Okay.
A brand new entry.
Okay, we're gonna pause it right there for a second. They need to do extra free content for $90 to be worth it. Yeah, cause didn't they like for what's it called? Mario Kart 8, they came out with like an extra DLC or something to like add extra content, but you had to pay for that, I'm pretty sure, right? So yeah, for $90, they better be giving all the updates for free. You gonna start me at 80 to 90 for a game? I better have option to hit the button and make the game jump out of me like Star Wars. Yeah, for real. For real. But I mean, so far, like, nothing is looking that great to me.
And the Mario Kart series is launching exclusively on the Nintendo Switch 2 system. Welcome to this vast world. Kart races are held throughout various regions that span the globe. Depending on the time of day and weather conditions, the atmosphere will change. And in this Mario Kart game, you can go off the racetrack and drive virtually everywhere in this world. In the Classic Grand Prix, race through 4 courses in a bid for first place. But don't sleep at the wheel. You'll also drive to the next course as part of the competition. With 24 drivers in each race, the most in series history, the competition is gearing up. Introducing Knockout Tour. Race non-stop from one corner of the world to another. There are multiple checkpoints along the way. If you're below the placement shown when you hit a checkpoint, you'll be eliminated.
I noticed the big truck too. That kind of caught me off guard as well. Yeah, but it's like realistic. Like, it's open world, but it's like, what can you do in the open world?
By going off-road, you can explore new areas and routes. So drive wherever your heart takes you. You can also go for scenic drives with friends. And even take photos together at different locations.
But like, okay, is there gonna be like a separate mode for that, I'm wondering? Because like, it's still a race at the end of the day.
A brand new race across the entire world starts here. Mario Kart World! The game launches on the same day as Nintendo Switch 2. More details about this title will be shared in an upcoming Mario Kart World Direct, so be on the lookout for more information in the future.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think anything they say is gonna justify a $80 to $90 price, which is crazy. I mean, at the end of the day, it's still Mario Kart. Like, I don't know. But this has a lot of people talking about, well, for one, let me back up a little bit. So Mario Kart isn't the only game that's going to be pretty much raising their price. So it's going to be a few games, and we're not really going to read all this, but for instance, like Kirby and the Forgotten Land is going to be $80. The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild is going to be $70, which I forget exactly what it came out as originally. Super Mario Party Jamboree, $80, which is crazy because, oh, I guess it's like a new add-on, but that game came out beforehand. And then The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, $80, which is also an old game, so they're just raising prices at this point. So they're just raising their prices across the board, which is insane to me. They also have another game that's coming out called Donkey Kong Bonanza, which is gonna be $80. And we don't have to watch this whole thing, but let me see. I kind of want to see at least a little bit of it. Because they've been coming out with a lot of Donkey Kong games recently. Is this like an open world? Wait, why does this actually look kind of cool? Hold on. We might end up watching this whole thing. Okay, guys, I'm not even gonna lie to you. I kind of like that trailer. Right. This is gonna flop outside. They dedicated fan base so bad. Yeah, because you know Nintendo has a hardcore fan base. So, If I have to pay $90 for every game I want to buy, I'm not getting the system. Yeah, that's kind of my same thought process as well. $60 for Breath of the Wild. Yeah, that was one of the things that upset me the most. I grew up playing Donkey Kong, and when I finally decided to bring it back, they want to do it this way. Yeah, it's not really the original Donkey Kong, to be honest, but it did kind of catch me like a little bit. I kind of liked it. I think it was more so when he got to like this part. I was like, okay, this is different. I don't know. But a lot of people are kind of like questioning, okay, so if Nintendo, which is usually bottom of the barrel with pricing, they usually go for like about 50 at most $60, maybe 70. Is this going to encourage other game companies to raise their price? And, you know, everybody's talking about GTA 6, about how they're most likely going to come out with like $100 game or something like that. So people are really anticipating other people coming out with games that's more expensive now, especially if Nintendo is raising their prices. They really think that this is going to start raising game prices, which is sad because $80 and $90 is a lot of money. Like after taxes, that's going to be dang near $100, and not everybody has money for that. Gaming is a very expensive hobby nowadays. And I mean, you could argue that the $60 to $70 range is just kind of inflation, because a lot of people say that like games have always been this pricey, it's just going up because of inflation. But $80 to $90, I don't know if that's inflation, y'all. I mean, I'm not an economist. I don't know if that's the right word. I'm not that at all, but that's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. Wreck-It Ralph. Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking as well. That did kind of look like that. I think the thing that caught my eye the most is like the just the action and like the impact of it or whatever. I don't think it's for the fan base though. I do agree. It's not like the original one. I mean, the original Donkey Kong is more of a platformer. Because then it was like a lot of like levels to it. You had to like throw down the barrels. I don't know if you played that far back, but even just like Donkey Kong Country, that's even more of a platform. This one looks more like open world or something. But I did grow up playing Donkey Kong Country when I was younger. I played the original Donkey Kong, but mainly growing up I played Donkey Kong Country. GTA 6 will probably have 3 levels, and their lowest price will probably be $70. Bro, if they had 3 levels, that'd be crazy. Their games are usually fairly long, though. Just Rockstar games in general. I think that Mario Kart is an outlier. I think most will be $70. Yeah. I do think, too, the games that, like Nintendo, like first party games are probably going to be a little more costly. I can't see like every game being like that. That'd be insane. But I still think that with them raising the price on Mario, it's 100% going to make other game prices go up. And it's kind of sad, but what can you do? Can't do much. You're either going to buy it or you're not. That's all it is. But I'd love to hear what you guys think about that. Yeah, I know you were talking about how you don't think GTA is gonna be $100. I hope it's not $100. At this point, I feel like they could do anything. I feel like this whole year with gaming has been just like such a surprise in a lot of ways. It wouldn't surprise me if it was. I hope they don't, though. Well, you know, I was gonna say I hope Rockstar cares enough about their fans to not want to make it $100, but we all know that Rockstar doesn't listen to their fans. They don't listen to their fans, so I don't know, guys. All we gotta do is keep our fingers crossed. Yeah, special editions for sure gonna be over $100. Did they? I don't know if I ever remember Rockstar coming out with any collector's edition. I could just not have been paying attention. Did like other GTAs have collector's editions? Yeah, there's no doubt in my mind that a collector's edition would be way more. I wouldn't be surprised if it was like 200, 250. Some, because other games I think do kind of sometimes reach 200. So I guess they did have collector's editions. Hold on, I'm gonna. I don't know if this is just like fan made. They did for 5 and 4. Yeah, when I first saw this, I thought it was for San Andreas. But yeah, apparently they did. I guess I just never paid attention to it. I mean, I guess GTA 5 came out like 10 years ago, so I would have been fairly young. So I probably just didn't pay attention to it. But yeah, I think collector's edition would easily be a couple hundred, and I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. What's up, AK? I caught another live. Hey, how are you doing? Glad to see that you made it. We've had a very talkative live today, to say the least, with Nintendo stuff. And if a game goes up to 250, I might quit gaming. Yeah, well, I think it would probably just be for like collector's editions, like for people who want like figurines or like the merchandise and stuff like that. I think those kind of easily go up in price. Because how much, what's it called? I know Assassin's Creed Shadows that just came out had a pretty popular collector's edition. But I don't remember how much it was. And sorry if you guys hear me just typing away on my keyboard. Yeah, okay, yeah, let me share this with you guys. So their collector's edition was almost $230, dang near $230. Oh, I'm not sharing it. $230. And you get like, oops, they're not letting me zoom in. But you get like this little figurine, and then you get like a wall scroll, the game, the steelbook cover, and some other stuff. Here's the map, which you shouldn't even be getting charged for, as we talked about before. And then you get like some extra like DLC and like expansion packs. But yeah, collector's editions go for pretty expensive. This is just the newest one that I could think of that I know had a really big like collector's edition. But yeah, really crazy, guys. Tough times. Tough times. But yeah, that's all of the Nintendo news. I mean, that's pretty much took up the whole live, so I'm probably only going to talk about like one more thing. I had other stuff. Like I said, we had a lot of news today that I can't even get to all of it just because the Nintendo stuff was just like so much. It was a lot. I might get you a lot for it, so I couldn't. Yeah, you get a lot for it. Yeah. But do you guys like, to anybody who's like a collector, figurines cost so much money? And I was just talking about this with a friend the other day. We went to the mall. If you know, you know. But like figurines cost so much money. We were going to like this collector store and just we saw this one figurine that like wasn't even like that great, but it was like, I think it was like either like $50 or $70, but they could get up to like hundreds of dollars if you collect. Yeah, I've never been into collecting editions because it lately seems they've been putting minimal effort into them. Yeah. As long as they come out like that, I'm cool. I don't know. I don't think I've ever gotten a collector's edition before. But I have regretted not getting a couple like God of War Ragnarok or what's it called? Why am I blanking? Red Dead Redemption 2. I have regretted not getting them. But I think if like those games came out again, I'd probably try and get it. But I've never gotten a collector's edition. Hopefully I will one day though. But yeah, the last kind of little thing that I want to talk about is Inzoi, and it's just kind of a quick thing I want to say about it really quick. So the Sims competitor Inzoi sells 1 million in a week. Crafton declares it long-term franchise IP. Yeah, sure. It's something that they want to keep up, basically. So they've sold like 1 million in a week. It's crazy. This everybody's talking about this game, basically. Now it has been like kind of mixed things about it, and I kind of agree with the mixed things that's been said about it. For instance, like a lot of people are saying that the create a Zoi feature has like really good graphics, and then when you put it into or when you actually play the game, like the game isn't as good as they make it seem to be in the create a Zoi thing, which I kind of agree. But I mean, the game is in early access right now, so I think it's just gonna get better and better. And like I said, I hope they stick to the thing of where you're not going to have to pay for like DLCs or like extra content and stuff like that. So I hope it's just really going to get better and better. I do think that there is some stuff that could be improved upon, but the fact that it sold 1 million in a week is pretty good. And I wanted to say there really needs to be more companies like this that's willing to challenge the bigger company, if that makes sense. Like for instance, like we need somebody to compete with Rockstar. Like we need somebody to compete with Rockstar. Could you guys imagine if we just had them going back and forth and we just like kept getting banger games after banger games? This is how greatness is made, is like challenging other competitors, right? But there's so many people that's so scared to do that, and like they'd rather just make games that we all know of. And this is something, if you guys have watched my South of Midnight video, I talk a good amount about this, because we need something. Well, okay, I have two lines of thought. We need something different, right? That's for one. But two, we also need people that challenges games that's like has a long run and they're getting stale, if that makes sense. So we don't need a lot of copy and paste games, but we do need games that challenges games that's really good but went stale. And I think that's what Inzoi is doing to The Sims. They're challenging The Sims that has gotten a little too comfortable. They get a little too comfortable. So I'm hoping that we continue to see stuff like this in the gaming industry, like challenge these big companies so they don't start getting lazy on us. Uncharted Collector's Edition would have been really cool to get. We'll protest and have them send you some special editions, AK. Oh, thank you. In a week, let's go. I mean, it's better than The Sims. Yes. A lot of these smaller studios doing way better than big ones. And yeah, and it's sad too, because a lot of people don't give like indie studios a chance at all. And that's something I kind of want to start talking about more on my channel, is like indie games. It's just kind of hard. 100% agree. I love Sims, but I'm hoping they'll start sweating so they stop money grabbing. And it really is just the Sims parent company, EA. They're just money grabbers in general. They do that with like all their games. They just have a bunch of microtransactions and stuff like that, and it's really sad. Rockstar is a juggernaut that has been coasting for a while. They definitely have. We need a Rockstar competitor. Imagine if we get a game that's kind of similar to like Rockstar style. They used to have that, and maybe I'll talk about that in one video. I think that could be a really interesting idea. But they used to have a lot more competitors, especially in like the 2000s, early 2010s. They had a lot of competitors that would like go against them. But recently it's just been quiet. And I understand, like, it takes a lot to make a game, and it takes years and years, but it's been over 10 years since the last GTA came out. They could have did something. So yeah, I just think it's good to hear that Inzoi is doing so well, especially with such a huge competitor. But apparently too, this is something I kind of wanted to talk about a little bit, but EA has a new like Sims concept that got leaked online, and I don't want to read this whole thing, but like they did say what it was about. Oh yeah, a lot of people are thinking it's like a mobile cross-compatible Sims game, which they have a mobile game, but if that's what they're putting their energy towards right now and not putting their energy towards Sims 5, like what are they doing? But I thought that I heard that they were like sweating a little bit ever since Inzoi came out. But it's crazy that they're not working towards Sims 5. If this is true, rumor, right? But like, if they are actually putting their time and effort into a mobile game, well, for one, all I gotta say is it better be free, which knowing them is not gonna be free. I don't know, like, it's just crazy. And that's why I say, like, we really just need some people to just knock them into reality. Nothing is for certain in the gaming industry. They're, what would they be called? Like, simulator category, life sim. They could easily be dethroned from life sims. There's a lot of good simulator games, not even just life sim games, but there's a lot of good simulator games in general. Yeah, the thing with Sims 5, I keep hearing that like, oh, they have a release date, and then they don't have a release date, then it's canceled, blah, blah, blah. If they did cancel the Sims 5, then they're just dead in the water. There's going to be 100% other people that take them over. It's not going to be a thing anymore. A mobile game is trash. Yeah, I don't think I'd be playing a mobile game. The floating head in the back is dope. Thank you. I always try to have like different stuff on my little thing back there. It's yeah. Another game that needs a competitor is Pokemon. I love the Pal World game on PS5, and they had a Nintendo. Yes, yeah, Pal World was pretty good. They did have a lot of lawsuits though. I talked about that a little bit on the podcast I was in like last year. They had a lot of lawsuits, which was kind of crazy. But Nintendo don't play, to say the least. They don't play. They do not like people even slightly copying them. So I feel like the only way that they'd be able to do that is just kind of come up with like a whole new concept. But then I'm wondering if they could still sue on that, because even if it is like, you know, catching Pokemon, can they sue because they came up with that idea? I'm not really sure like the legalities of that. But I'd kind of be scared to mess with Nintendo. But I'd be really interested to see if people would come out with like new Nintendo stuff. I agree. But yeah, that's pretty much. Well, that's not all I had for you guys today. But we're coming up on an hour, so it's gonna have to be bookmarked until next week, because we talked about a lot today, and I don't want to put you guys to sleep or anything. But yeah, a lot of Nintendo stuff. I'm probably gonna maybe even chop some of this up to put it into smaller videos, because some people don't like to watch live, which is whatever, I guess. But yeah, I'm kind of debating what video I want to post for Friday. I have an SSX video in the works. I also have a Alan Wake 2 video in the works, but the thing with the Alan Wake one is I really want to write a good script for that, so it might not come out this week. But it's definitely going to be one of those two, most likely SSX. So, yeah, that's pretty much all I have for you guys today. And I hope you guys have a really greatly fantabulous week as always. And I will catch you guys next week. AK out.